There are about 400 to 500 species of these amazingly scary creatures swimming around in our oceans, according to the Florida Museum of Natural History and Oceana.org. They attack about 36 people per year. I imagine you could have guessed what animal I am talking about. Sharks are an amazement to us, but there are some very unique sharks that you might find interesting. I'm going to tell you about 3 specific shark species: the basking shark, the magmouth shark, and the saw shark. The basking shark is one of the oddest sharks in its eating habits. If someone were to describe the shark to you by what it eats, you might think it is a whale. The basking shark is a filter feeder, very unusual for sharks. Most sharks are carnivorous. Basking sharks, on the other hand, eat small crustaceans, invertebrate larvae, fish eggs, and larvae, commonly known as zooplankton. Basking sharks still look like sharks with all the right fins and tails. They just keep their mouths open very widely almost all the time. That is how they breathe and how they get their food supply. Basking sharks are also commonly known as sunfish or sailfish. Basking sharks tend to stick around the coastal parts of the water. They live mostly in temperate and Arctic climates around the world, as stated by Florida Museum of Natural History. They tend to keep the tip of their tail, their snouts, and one dorsal fin above the water while feeding. This may be because zooplankton they feed on is located in the first few feet of the water of the ocean. Megamouth sharks are similar to basking sharks in their eating habits too, except megamouth sharks eat very large amounts of krill instead of zooplankton. Megamouth sharks have some distinctive and weird characteristics. They have round, bulb-like heads, a very short snout and stout body. The corners of their mouths extend past their eyes, which allows them to open it wider. They have short dorsal fins. They are classified as sharks, but they look more like something you would see on the TV show River Monsters. They have a white band on the anterior of their upper lip. The upper teeth are longer and more pronounced than the lower teeth. Sperm whales are one of the only predators of the megamouth shark. There has only been one confirmed attack of these sharks. This event happened on August 30th, 1998 in Mandoa, Indonesia. Saw sharks closely resemble a sawfish. Saw sharks get their name from their snout, which is shaped and has the characteristics of a handheld saw. This snout is described as toothy and sword-like by sharksavers.org. They have 2 long appendages that come out from about the middle of the snout. These appendages help the saw shark to find food like snails, mollusks, and other crustaceans that hide in the sand on the ocean floor. There are about 9 species of saw sharks, but they all have the same basic characteristics. They have no anal fin and no fin spines. They do have one characteristic that almost all sharks share, which is a dorsal fin. In fact, they have 2 dorsal fins. Basking sharks, megamouth sharks, and saw sharks are the 3 unique species of sharks that I just described to you. I find sharks very fascinating, but I also find them scary at times. I also find it very sad how there are only 36 people injured in the world by sharks, but there are 25 million sharks killed or harmed each year by humans. That is a significant amount of loss in a species. It could possibly even wipe out an entire species, though it is rare and hard to do. Cladodonts and megalodons are 2 shark species that have already gone extinct, but they are really old dinosaur-like sharks. It would still be hard to picture a world without sharks. You read or hear or learn about sharks every day. There are countless TV shows and movies about sharks. These shows and movies typically portray sharks as a danger to humans, which they really are not. We just need to learn to give them their space. I have learned a lot about some very interesting sharks from this speech, and I hope it has enlightened you on the variety of sharks that are around in our world.